Today, we will show you how to replace the bearings on your Neo series trainer. To do this, you will need a Tax Neo 2T disc extractor, a Tax Neo servicing bearing kit, 4mm and 5mm Allen keys, a 24mm wrench or socket, a hammer, and a piece of cardboard. First, use the 5mm Allen key to remove the nut that secures the cassette body. Once the nut is removed, slide the cassette body off the axle. Then, remove the black ring on the axle. Use the 4mm Allen key to remove every other disc bolt, leaving 3 disc bolts in place. Now it is time to install the Neo extractor tool. Position the extractor tool so that the holes line up with where the disc bolts were removed. Then insert and tighten the disc bolts. You will now need to extract the disc. Use the wrench and tighten the bolt. Tighten the bolt until you're able to slide it off the Neo trainer. Then, remove the disc bolts from the extractor tool with the 4mm Allen key, and then remove the extractor tool. Once removed, place the extractor tool on a solid surface and back out the bolt from the extractor tool. Do not fully remove the bolt. Ensure that it does not make contact with the solid surface. Next, using the 4mm Allen key, remove the remaining 3 disc bolts from the disc. Now it is time to remove the bearing block from your disc. Place the disc on the disc extractor tool. To prepare, slide a small piece of cardboard or wood beneath where you're going to tap the disc with your hammer. Also, place a blanket or piece of cardboard underneath the disc as it is heavy and will fall with force when it breaks free from the bearing block. Next, using the hammer, gently tap the disc at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock positions. It is important that you do not hit the disc with much force. Eventually, the bearing assembly will break free. Place the bearing assembly onto a solid surface and then place the Neo disc on top of the bearing assembly while carefully aligning the holes. Then reinstall a disc bolt in every other hole. Tighten each disc bolt using a 4mm Allen key until it is snug. Once all disc bolts have been tightened, you should see the lip of the bearing block stick up just past the Neo disc. Now, reinstall the disc extractor tool back onto the disc. It is now time to reinstall the disc back onto the Neo trainer. Hold the bolt and rotate the disc until they are aligned. Remove the extractor tool from the disc. Then, reinstall the remaining disc bolts. Reinstall the black ring onto the axle. Finally, reinstall the cassette body and tighten the nut to secure it. And that's it. Thanks for watching. For more help, please visit support.garmin.com.